Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through something that is so important for GCSE English. How to get 30 out of 30 on any English essay. All of these top tips today have come directly, of course, from the Lightup Hub, which you can still put your email in to get any updates about the launch. You are not going to want to miss this. Okay. So let's get into this video today because this is going to be an absolute game changer for your essays. So get your pen, get relaxed, and let's start revising. Okay, so the three things we're going to cover in this video today is the structure you're going to use, how to zoom out, and how to explain why. Okay, number one, the structure. Lightup Tutoring has been working for students for years, and I mean years. So we have seen all the structures under the sun. Pill, petal, you name it, we've seen all of them. But we don't like any of them. I do not like pill. Like, I am a real strong hater of pill. I'm sorry, pill, but I really don't like it. I don't think it allows students to really go as insightful as they need to go, hit the top marks of what the examiner is expecting of them. So we have created this little structure. The structure goes like this. It's not as catchy or pill or petal, but you can just remember it. Peta, atta, cool. I know, like I said, it's not as catchy. So the P stands for point. This is, you're gonna give me your point. Whatever the question is, you're gonna give me your absolute point about that. E for evidence. You're gonna give me a quote that supports your point. T, you're gonna give me a technique. So any technique, that can be language or structure. A, you're gonna give me your analysis. So you're gonna explain what the quote shows, linking it back to the statement and linking it back to your point. Then we've got the etta again. Now, for those of you who are aiming for a 7+, I want you to do the peta, etta, cool. I want you to give me another evidence, another technique for that bit of evidence, and another bit of analysis. But if that is a bit too much for you, you can just skip to just doing another technique and analysis for the quote. So on these two different sides here, I've got the 7+ structure, and then I've got those who are going to find it a bit more difficult. This is the structure you can use here. But I would generally recommend everybody to use the peta, etta, cool structure just because it allows you to get those higher grades even if you're not aiming for a 7 or above. So we've got another evidence technique analysis again. So we've done our etta. Now this is the cool part. Sound like an owl then. Cool. So the C is for context. Now, with your context, you want to link any relevant context that you have learned about the text or about the poem. You want to link that in this paragraph. If you're AQA, every single paragraph that you do should have a bit of context in it. If you're EdXL, it's slightly different because you'll have a context question, but this is mainly based for AQA, but this can be adapted for any exam board. So you want to have a bit of context in there. Then you want to have your writer's intentions. Now, your writer's intentions is what is the writer trying to do. So you want to link it to your point and of course the question about what the writer is going to do. We go into this whole structure and loads more detail in the Lightup Hub, but I just want to kind of give you an overview so you can all know this amazing structure and use it. So we've got our writer's intentions. You can also link the writer's intentions to the effect on the reader and what they're trying to communicate or to the audience or reader. And then the last thing is link. This is the bit where you just kind of say therefore and summarize your point again, just to really reinforce the examiner or teacher that you have got a solid line of argument. Number 2 is zoom out. Now, what I mean by zoom out is most students will give interpretation about a character and just focus on the character. So let's say, for example, we're looking at Mr. Burling. So a lot of students will give me analysis on Mr. Burling. They'll tell me how he's like a capitalist, he's really selfish. But what they fail to really do is to zoom out to what he represents in a bigger picture. Now, Mr. Burling is one character, but think about when you zoom out, he represents a larger group of people. He represents the upper class capitalists. So therefore, when you zoom out, you can use words like microcosm. Microcosm is when something small represents something larger, i.e. Mr. Burling, he's something small. So he is a microcosm for something larger of the upper class capitalists. So when you zoom out, you can talk about things like a microcosm, symbolism. He is a quintessential. So we're kind of zooming it out, how he's one character, but how he links to the wider ideas that the writer is trying to convey. And number 3, explain why. Now, if you don't take anything from this video, please make sure you take this. I can't even begin to tell you over the years the amount of students I've seen drop 2, 3, 4, 5 grades sometimes because they don't explain why. Now it sounds so simple and you're like, okay, I understand, but how do I explain why? All you want to do is use the word as or because at the end of your sentence. So say, for example, let's look at Mr. Burling. Mr. Burling is a pompous capitalist. Now, a lot of students would leave it there because they've given us their analysis, which is correct, but they haven't explained why. So this is how I'd make it better. Mr. Burling is a pompous capitalist because da 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 da. Then you give me your reason. And that is how you develop insightful analysis. Or, Mr. Burling is a pompous capitalist as da 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 da. Then you give your explanation. So you're actually explaining why you said that. I always say to all my students, and I will forever say it, pretend your teacher/examiner is an idiot and they have no idea what you're talking about. That doesn't mean recite the whole narrative of the play or the novella. I don't want the whole plot, but just explain exactly why you said something. Over-explain things. Add in those high-level words that we teach you on this channel, but make sure you say as or because. So to summarize, we want to make sure we're using the Peta et al. Structure. We want to make sure that you're zooming out. Explain why. Use the word as and use the word because. Okay, brilliant. That was a little bit of a summary of exactly how to get 30 out of 30 on every single English essay. And if you do like these tips and you want to see more of them, of course, we've got them all on the Lightup Hub in way more detail. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video today, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the future videos and you can be constantly on top of your revision. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.